Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'm going to lead you guys through a little stretch and flow yoga sequence. We're going to go ahead and get started in a kneeling position and bring yourself to face the front of your mat. And you want to center yourself in your mat because we're going to be moving forward a little bit with this. But you could always take a block here if you want it under the hips. You could always roll a blanket and place it under there for extra support. But we're just going to find a comfortable seat here for a few breaths. Hands rest on your lap here, palms up to receive energy, palms down to keep what you have. You go ahead and let the eyes close. Unclench the teeth. Let the shoulders draw down away from the ears. Find a few breaths in through the nose, out through the nose and back of the throat. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose and back of the throat. A few more breaths here. And letting your breath guide you through each movement we take. Another inhale. As you exhale, go ahead, flutter the eyes open. We'll take some neck rolls. So drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take an inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. Breath in. Exhale, chin to chest over to the right. Inhale, pausing. Exhale through center over to the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, other side. Last time. Exhale as you come over to the left. And then we'll meet and finish off on the right side. Go ahead and bring the neck back to neutral. If you have any props, remove them as you press up onto a high knees position. Go ahead and tuck the toes under you for support. Breath in, reach the arms up. Bend the right elbow, place the right hand behind the head. As the right elbow reaches behind the head, left hand can reach down and grab it to hold. Finding a tricep stretch for a few breaths. If it feels okay, go ahead and lean into the left side body. Bring the gaze under the right shoulder. Create some space between the right ribs. Breathe into the right side. One more inhale. As you exhale, just release the left hand. Slide the right hand so it's right behind the base of the skull. Left hand's going to come down to the mat as you extend the right leg off the mat, grounding the foot down. And then go ahead and open up the right side of the chest. So the elbow draws back, right shoulder draws back. Ground down into the left palm. And press your chest, your sternum away from you. Hips away as your head is pressing back. Another inhale. On your exhale, we're going to release the right arm up to the ceiling. Another breath in. And then exhale, pressing all our weight into the left palm. Bring yourself up high. Come into gate pose. So right hand slides somewhere down on the right side of the leg. Left arm reaches up and then same direction as the right foot. Soften the right shoulder. Open up the chest on the left side. Find another inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll bring our hands down to our mats. Coming into a variation of tabletop. Shoulders are going to rest over the wrist. Press into the palms. From here, we'll flex the right foot, hover the right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your leg to center. Right toes face down towards the mat as you square off the hips. Find your balance here. Pull the belly towards the spine. And then when you're ready, start to inch the left fingertips, opposite hand, opposite leg, forward. And then the left hand can lift up if that feels okay. I like thumb facing up to the ceiling. And you're just reaching here, fingertips forward, right heel grounding into the wall behind you. 2 more breaths, firing up the core, the back body. Last inhale. As you exhale, hand comes back to the mat, knee will follow. Give your hips a little bit of a shake. And then a few cat-cows here. As you inhale, you're going to bring your belly down, open the collarbones up, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, round the shoulders, flip the tailbone, gaze between the thumbs. Breath in, bring the belly down, heart opens up. Exhale, round the shoulder blades even higher, pressing into the mat with the hands. One more time here, inhale, cow pose. Exhale as you come into cat. Bring yourself back to a flat, neutral spine. Toes are tucked, press up into your kneeling position. Again, reach the arms up. This time, left elbow bends, right hand reaches for it. And finding a side stretch if that feels okay, lean into the right side, gaze under the left armpit. Few breaths here. Keep the hips, shoulders, and knees in line. We're stacking the joints. Another inhale. As you exhale, we're going to release the right hand to the mat. Left hand slides behind the base of the skull. Send the left leg out long as it comes off the mat, pressing the foot down. Sternum, hips press away from you. Draw the left elbow, left shoulder back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Belly draws in towards the body. Another inhale. Exhale, release the left arm to the ceiling. Breath in. And then exhale, press up all the way, come into gate pose. Left hand rest on the left leg somewhere. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling, and then it can reach towards where the left leg is reaching. Side body stretch, draw the right arm back, fingertips draw away. Another inhale. And then as you exhale, coming into our variation of tabletop with our left leg out to the side. Starting to ground into the palms, spread the fingers, and you want to press down where the pointer finger and thumb meet the hand the most here to take any extra stress off the wrists. Begin to hover the left leg up to hip height or just as high as it will go. Left foot is flexed, take a breath in. And then exhale, draw the leg in towards the midline, heel reaches to the wall behind you, squaring off the hips, left toes face down towards the mat. When you're ready, belly is pulling in, reach the right fingertips forward, and they could always hover for more, thumb face up. A few breaths here. Still pressing into the left hand, reaching away, fingertips and heel. Belly's pulling in here, take 2 more breaths. Last inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and drop it back to the mat. Hands and knees tabletop, shake out the hips for a few moments. And then from here, just another few rounds of cat-cow. Go at your own pace. Whenever you're ready, breath in, pull the belly down, open the heart up, look up. Exhale, flip the tailbone, press into the palms as the shoulders reach away. Inhale, bring the gaze up, belly sinks. Exhale, round out the spine. You could always linger if you feel a good stretch in one of these poses. And we're going to do 1 more of each. And then rounding out on your exhale, cat pose. Slowly come back to a flat, neutral spine. Knees, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to tuck the toes, press into the palms, coming into downward facing dog. Send the hips back and up. Pause for a few breaths here. Take some small movements. So if it feels good, you can bend the right knee, lift the right heel. Alternate coming to the other side. Move through this slow or fast. And we're keeping the head dropped here, letting the neck relax. You can shake the head out yes and no. Release some tension on the neck and shoulders from sitting. And then coming into down dog, draw the heels to the mat, press into the palms. We'll take an inhale, shift our weight forward, come through high plank, and then drop the hips down. Upward facing dog, toes tucked. You can bring the gaze forward or up, whatever feels better for the neck. On your next exhale, send the hips back and up, downward facing dog, rolling through the spine with this. Inhale, shift your weight forward, and then the hips are going to drop, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog, drop the head. 1 more round, inhale, shift forward, drop the hips, toes stay tucked, upward facing dog. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take our right foot without taking any steps. We're going to step it all the way up between the hands. If you need to take a few steps, you can, but just avoid dragging the foot all the way up here. Once the foot's between the hands, drop your back knee down, coming into your variation of low lunge. Right knee is right over top of the ankle. This back leg can slide forward or back as far as you'd like. Hands could always stay here. You could find 2 blocks if that feels okay. If you want to take more though, I'm going to cue to reach our arms up. Sinking low, stretching out our hip flexor here on the left side. So the muscle that gets tight when you sit, whether it's in an office, driving, to do schoolwork. Take another breath in. You can stay right where you're at, or you could exhale, hand to the side of the mat or a block. Come into a side stretch. So you're still sinking into the hips, bending the right knee. Left arm's just reaching here. Another 2 breaths, soften the right shoulder. Last inhale. As you exhale, slowly press yourself up back into your low lunge. You can use the hands to help you if needed, or you're just going to tuck the back toe with the hands reaching up. Lift the back leg, coming up into a crescent lunge. Take a breath in here. All the weight in the right foot. Exhale, hug the left knee into your chest. Left toes can be flexed. Sitting tall, imagine a string is pulling the top of your head up to the ceiling. Right knee is soft. You're reaching the right toes out on the mat, finding your balance. Gaze is fixed on something that's not moving. Take 2 more breaths. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Last inhale. Big transition here. As you exhale, we're going to send the left leg back, coming into warrior 2. It's going to reach as far as it can go, and then slowly drop the left foot down. Left toes turn out to face the side of your mat. And then we'll reach the arms to the front and back. So if you take a peek down, you should have the right heel in line with either the heel of the left foot or the arch of the foot. Right knee draws away from the midline, so you should be able to see the big toe peeking out. Take the shoulders, roll them to the ears, and then draw them down the spine. Fingers reach opposite directions, and don't forget about the back arm, so you're lifting through it. Find another inhale. Exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot, pivot onto the ball of the left foot, and just step back, downward facing dog. Breath in here, empty out. Next inhale, empty completely. Now take the left foot, step it between the hands, knee and ankle are stacked, and then you can drop the back knee down. Coming into your variation of low lunge, whatever that meant for you on the other side. And for the most, we're reaching up. From here, if you want to add in a side stretch, left hand can find a block beside the left hip, or it can find the mat. Reach the right fingertips away. Gaze comes up under the right armpit, but you're still sinking into the hips for 2 more breaths. Last inhale. If you took a side stretch, exhale, come back to center. Hands can stay right where they're at, or you could always bring them down to the mat or to 2 blocks to help you. We're going to tuck the back toe, lift the back leg, coming into a crescent lunge. Breath in here, scissor the inner thighs towards each other. All the weight in the left foot this time. Exhale, hug the right knee into the chest. Flex the right foot, ground down into the left foot, soften the left knee. Pull the belly and reach the head up. Gaze is fixed for 2 more breaths. If you're wobbling, that's okay. Just try to lengthen your exhales. Last breath in. And then on your exhale, big transition, come into warrior 2. Send the right leg back. Drop the right heel nice and slow. Open the arms up, open the hips. Fix the gaze over the left fingertips. Bending into the left knee. Still activating the right leg though, so you're pressing into the pinky toe side of of our back foot. Shoulders are soft as our shoulders stay stacked over the hips. So we like to stack our joints here, front knees over the ankle. Another breath in. Exhale to cartwheel the hands, frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. Breath in here. Exhale, we'll bring our knees all the way to our mat. Swing the legs around, coming to a seated position. Setting up for Janu Shirasana, right leg is gonna go long. Bring your left foot to the right inner thigh. And give yourself a little bit of a twist. So you wanna line the belly button up with the right thigh. Flex the right foot, activating the leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Lead with the heart, lengthen the spine. Find a fold here. Hands can rest on the mat. Your shin, ankle, grab the foot. If you're a bit flexible, you might have a block behind the foot you can grab onto. Letting the head relax. 2 breaths here. Last inhale. And then as you exhale, lengthen through the spine, reach the arms up, let the left hand plant behind the left hip. Fingertips are gonna face away from you. Pressing up, inhale, lift the hips. They're gonna press away from you as the right arm reaches to the back. Right toes can reach towards the mat. Take one more breath in. Flowing these 2 poses, exhale, bring yourself to a seat. Flex the right foot, fold over the right leg. Inhale, we'll reach the left hand back. Right arm lifts, and exhale, press the hips away. Breath in. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Inhale, swing the left hand back, lift it up, exhale. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, we'll find ourselves in a seat again, swapping sides. The left leg goes long, right foot to the inner thigh. Finding a fold for a few breaths first. Turn the belly button, lining it up with the left thigh. Flex the left foot, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reaching here. Fold over the left leg. And again, hands rest wherever it's comfortable for you to get the spine nice and long. So if that means you had to bring the hands back to bring the heart forward, go ahead and do so. Just 3 breaths here. Last 2. One more inhale. Slowly we'll go ahead and sit up. Right hand's gonna come behind the right hip. Take a breath in, lift up, press the hips away. Pausing here. And then flowing this, go ahead and bring yourself down, fold over the left leg. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, right hand behind you, lift up, stargazer. And then slowly bring it back down, fold over the left leg. Last time here, bring the right hand behind you, lift up. And then this time, just having a seat, bring yourself down. We'll take a quick hip opener. So coming into bound angle, you're gonna bring the soles, the bottoms of the feet together and work them in towards the hips. You could always, hands behind you, press the hips forward if that feels okay. And then you can either grab the feet or the ankles. I like to hold on to my feet here. Take a breath in, you're stacking the spine. Imagine that you're pressing your chest through, Superman chest here. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. You're leading with the chest to find your fold. Elbows could always rest on the thighs. Feet can peel apart if that feels okay. And you could always take a block, a pillow, really anything, and place it under the head as you come to this fold. Just a few breaths here, stretching out the inner thigh. Last 2 to hold. One more inhale. Keep the spine long as you exhale. Go ahead and sit up. Remove any props you have. Releasing the legs, we'll plant the feet on the mat distance apart, so the feet are on the edges of it. Hands can come behind you. Just windshield wiper the legs side to side, releasing the hips, the low back. And then we'll go ahead and end just in a comfortable seated position. So if you want to just come into easy pose, I like to say crisscrossed applesauce, hands on the knees or in the lap. With the eyes closed as you sit up nice and tall. Finding a few breaths here. Working on creating stillness in the body and the mind. As you find yourself here in the present moment. Let the body be soft as you unclench the teeth, drop the shoulders, relaxing the palms. And then from here, we'll bring our hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing this little practice with me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. As we bow our heads, we say, Namaste.